Joe Barnes, a doctor at the University of Stellenbosch, has been battling for years against the unsanitary conditions of the Longridge shantytown, which sits in the valley.
The settlement has a few problems that are interlinked. Of course, many people do not have jobs, their incomes are unreliable and low. The housing is of a poor quality, as you can see, constructed by themselves, and they have very, very poor sanitation.
In Longridge, it's estimated up to 10,000 people live in desperate conditions, without running water and without sewerage.
You see this mountain behind us receives the clean rainwater. Now, with the settlement here, it has to run through this area with all the pollution that's on the ground. And people distribute their washing water, some of the contents of their chamber pots, which finally trickles down into the river.
Yeah, it's true. There's only one toilet there on top. So I want it must be also another one here. Then it's no need to go on top, also in the night time, it's like this, like that. Because night time is too rude here. Okay. Nothing give us like paper bag to put it in, then you can put it in the paper and then you can throw it in there.
There are not enough public bathrooms, and it's far too dangerous for women and children to leave their homes at night. So they're forced to place human excrement in plastic bags. This, along with animal waste, ends up being dumped in ditches.
The water in this drainage ditch contains a lot of viruses and bacteria that will cause diarrhea and respiratory diseases. And there are many people that are TB positive or HIV positive.
The experience of Longridge is like so many of South Africa's black townships, and yet in some ways, it's actually worse off than settlements in the world's poorest countries. Here, people are forced to live on the margins of a consumer society. So the rubbish is the kind you find in a developed country, meaning it's less biodegradable.
Between 150 and 200,000 people coming to the Western Cape from other areas. And you know this global trend of urbanization, people moving from rural areas to urban areas. So, in effect, the impact of that would be that our cities and municipalities are facing this great challenge of people coming to settle. This results in the challenge of providing services to the people, or you can call them informal settlers.
The challenge of sustainable development is to decide what should be done about places like this, without even the most basic services. In the shanty towns of Africa, Asia and South America, the desperate and the dispossessed find refuge. All they have is their hope for a better life. Today, more than 1.2 billion people don't have access to clean water, and 2.5 billion people don't have sanitary facilities. Longridge, and the conditions its people live in, is the far too common experience of so many across South Africa and beyond.